Birds fans, hold on to your hats. I have something that will both enrage and delight you. You have probably already seen some of this because it is all over the place, thanks to Birds fans who cannot get enough of going after Dianna Russini after what she put the Eagles fans through for this entire past season. And now we know why. New England Patriots Mike Vrabel and top New York Times NFL reporter Dianna Russini hold hands and hug at luxury hotel. Yes, you heard that correctly. And does this look like, because the spin is out there, of course, already. They're denying anything inappropriate. They were there for different reasons, just happened to run into each other. Diana, where there was a whole bunch of friends hiking, although they don't seem to be in any of these pictures with the hand holding and the hugging and sharing a hot tub and sharing breakfast and all of that. None of those friends don't seem to be anywhere to be found. Interlocking fingers. He's married. She's married. This is an absolutely terrible look. And let's be clear, of course there will people who will delight in the gossip aspect of this. This is a journalism issue. This is an integrity issue for the NFL. This is an NFL insider, a reporter, a journalist. If there's no getting busy, they're definitely into the foreplay aspect of it. She with a head coach, and we all know what Dianna Russini spent her entire season doing, and that was tweeting out, oh, this anonymous NFC executive and this anonymous AFC general manager and this anonymous coach and this anonymous insider. AJ Brown's not happy. AJ Brown can't stand Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown wants out of Philadelphia. AJ Brown demanded a trade. AJ Brown wants to go to the Patriots. She was devaluing what the Eagles could get for AJ Brown on the open market while causing a rift, being divisive, trying to cause problems in the Eagles locker room as well. And now we all know why. Mike Vrabel wanted to get AJ Brown, Dianna Russini, dirty Diana herself, his concubine, very willing to do the dirty work to make that happen. Hence, Dirty Diana. Interestingly enough, I just happened to hear that song this morning by Michael Jackson. And oh, do those words ring true. Well written, Michael. Well written. So yeah, of course they are denying us. There you go again. So here's the thing I'd like to say for those defending it as just friends, which of course they are doing as well. If you are the wife or the husband of these two, you're at home, both have kids. Vrabel's might be grown. I'm not sure their ages. Diana's are young. She just got married in 2020. Is this okay with you? Right? There are ways of, first of all, I don't think a wife or a husband should hold the hands of a member of the opposite sex who's not family of anybody. I don't care if they're a friend or not. The interlocking, do they look like friends? This is what I'm getting at. The interlocking fingers, they're not just holding hands, folks. Yeah, let's have a little hug. We think we're alone. He just happened to be there recruiting at Arizona State, has made his way there. She just happened to be there hiking with 6 friends who are nowhere to be found. Right, here we go. Yeah, let's lounge in the, I don't know if that's the hot tub or really just a pool, but we'll do that. We're gonna have breakfast together. Let me get my shirt off, Mike Vrabel says, although he probably shouldn't. So yeah, not a good look. And again, this is a journalism. Oh, here's what they said. They've clarified that she was on a hiking trip with 6 friends. He happened to be visiting the area following a scouting stop at Arizona State. Scouting who? Of course, they label the photo misleading, taken out of context. I just explained whether they're not misleading or taken out of context. On the face, they are wrong, both from a moral issue in terms of them both being married, but also from a journalism issue. That is the big problem the NFL has here. Dianna Russini should get fired. This is a really, really bad look. This is an integrity issue for the NFL, and nobody knows that better than Birds fans. Nobody knows that better than Birds fans. What is absolutely wild too with Mike Vrabel, for any of you that follow the NBA and saw that Ivy, for the Detroit Pistons, who got cut after he took a stance as a Christian, speaking out about the NBA having pride nights and how they shouldn't be doing that, and on, whether you agree or not. And my point is, and then Mike Vrabel, I just blanked on his name. Can you all let me know in the comments? I don't feel like pausing this and looking up and making it sound like I know everything off the top of my head, because I don't. I can't remember his name, but a player for the Patriots who had the courage, he came out and defended Ivy, and Mike Vrabel chastised and criticized his own player and tried to put him in his place. Well, Mike, you're a married man with kids, my friend. Dianna Russini is a married woman with kids, my friend. Maybe you should shut up and sit down and do some listening of your own. What's that about those in glass houses? Absolutely wild, the timing of this. I think that was like last week. Last week with what went on with Vrabel. Here's another interesting one, just real quick, that I happened to find. This is from February. Rumors. Dianna Russini says Max Crosby had told her before that he wants to play for Mike Vrabel. As Maddie here says, he told who about Vrabel? Yeah, that is my point about this issue with the NFL and the integrity that they need to have between the journalists and the reporters who report on the league and stuff like this going on. You cannot have Dianna Russini reporting on the NFL. You simply can't. No one is going to take her seriously. She has no credibility. If AJ Brown ends up going to the Patriots, no one is going to believe that she did not influence that. No one's going to believe that. Oh, well, yeah, I shouldn't say no one. She's going to have defenders, of course, just like people are defending her and Vrabel now. And then, just for fun, her husband's an Eagles fan, by the way.
And my husband said 2 words to me. He's an Eagles fan. And I'm like, this can't be a thing. Like, I don't want to be the household that is shaped by the result of a football game. Like, A, grow up. B, you're a father. I don't want our children having a culture where mommy and daddy's tone in this house is based on the result of the Philadelphia Eagles. Who cares? So stupid.
Trashing your husband in public because he's a football fan is not a good look. She sounds like a whiny, entitled brat. And wow, where's this one part? I want to.
Children having a culture where mommy and daddy's tone in this house is based on the result of the Philadelphia Eagles. Who cares? So stupid.
All right, I'm sorry. I gotta back this up for y'all. There's something.
B, you're a father. I don't want our children having a culture where mommy and daddy's tone in this house is based on the result of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, what if the tone in the house is based on this, Dianna? It's based on your disgusting, gross behavior with another married man while you're married and have young kids. Is that a good look? I'm just curious. Let me know. Let me know, Dianna. I'm sure you're going to reach out any moment. And one more again here, right? Correction, right? She blatantly took AJ out of context in her reporting, and now we know why. See, there's my thing. She has zero credibility. AJ didn't say his post wasn't directed at anyone. He said it wasn't directed at anyone in the building. You left out the most important word in the quote for some strange reason.
Boil over. I didn't speak to the media. I had a chance to correct my frustrations, and I continue to let it boil over. That's on me. I take full accountability on that, posting that. My message on Twitter wasn't directed at anyone in the building. Not my coaches, not my quarterback, my GM, nobody,
Wasn't directed at anyone in the building. In the building. That is very, very important. And I'll leave you with one last thing on this. Don't forget, WIP, our favorite network, gave Dianna Russini the 2026 Philadelphia Eagles Insider Award. That tells you everything you need to know about WIP as well. I'm sure there's going to be a lot much more to this, and we will cover it. But obviously, Dirty Dianna Russini should be out. She should no longer be covering the NFL. This is a serious, serious conflict of interest here. This is disgusting. She's trying to shape what happens in the NFL with the comments about Max Crosby, with their comments about A.J. Brown that went on all season long. We know the drama that created, the issues that created in local media and national media, probably in the locker room as well. I'm sure the players were sick of hearing about it. It may have affected performance on the field. Who knows? We don't know, but she obviously had an impact on the Eagles. We obviously know she was lying. And now we know why. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Really do appreciate you being here. I will talk to y'all.